So today in this video, we're going to be talking about as to why goal setting is important. The first one is goals give you focus. So having a goal gives you that solid direction and purpose towards all your hard work and progression. It gives you a reason to keep moving forward and not giving up. When you've got that goal in mind, whether it be a car, a house, a possible new city to live in, new country, whether it's just something small, having a goal gives you something to work for. It gives you something to work towards. It gives you a sense of direction. If you don't set goals, then you're not really going to get too much achieved, and you'll probably end up feeling quite lost. So goals are really important, especially setting goals. So the second point is goals allow you to measure your success, or even your progress. If you're still hitting your goals, then it will allow you to measure progress, and as over time you start hitting more and more goals, it will allow you to measure your success as well. So tracking progress is one of the keys to staying consistent as well. So when you can see yourself, slowly inclining like that and getting 1% better every single day, you're gonna stay consistent. Because if you're constantly thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing this, this has gone wrong today, whatever it may be, then you'll end up becoming probably unmotivated and then end up not staying consistent. So tracking your progress is a really key point. It allows you to identify how much you have grown either as a person or as a business over a specific amount of time. So if your goal is to become, for example, bigger in the gym, you want bigger arms, then it will allow you to realize how much of a bigger person you became. You've grown your arms, you became stronger, you've gotten fitter, you got into shape, you've put on mass. Or as a business, you can see how much revenue you've grown from, the start of your goal to wherever you are now. You might be able to see that you've increased your revenue by £100,000 in 6 months. So yeah, I definitely feel like setting goals will definitely help you measure your success and help you stay consistent. So the third point is goals keep you locked in and undistracted. It gives you mental boundaries and the ability to identify distractions, allowing you to focus on what's really important. So when you have a goal and you lock in, anything outside of that goal or anything that doesn't align with your goals will be a form of distraction, right? It'll be a sense of lack of progression. So it will really help you stay locked in, because you understand, you'll be able to identify what isn't good for your goal, what isn't gonna help you achieve and help you move forward towards your goal. If something doesn't really benefit me getting closer to my goals, I'm not really interested, and that sounds quite soulless and boring, like a birthday party. But if it doesn't really align with my goals, I'm probably not going to go. Some people don't want to do that, and that's fine, but you wonder why certain people get further ahead a lot faster than others, because they're willing to sacrifice a lot more. If I'm seriously obsessed with my goals, then I'm going to do what it takes to achieve them. And if that does mean not going out, staying focused, not getting distracted, and only doing things that help me achieve something closer to my goal every single day, getting 1% better every single day, I'm going to do that, and there's nothing that's going to stop me. Staying locked in is important. Identifying the distractions is also really important as well. So leading into the fourth point is that helps you overcome procrastination. When you write down your goals, you hold yourself accountable because it forces you to take action. It stops you from being lazy and making excuses, right? So when you write down a goal, you can't really procrastinate. And this is what I said earlier about having direction. When you've got a direction and you've got an idea where you need to go, let's say you're doing an e-com business, or you're a professional content creator, and you've got this goal of earning a certain amount of numbers or a certain amount of figures per month, per year, then you can work towards that. So there's no reason really to procrastinate, because you know what you have to do and you know where you have to go. If you don't have a goal, you lose direction, you lose lack of motivation. So you have lack of motivation, and you sort of procrastinate because you don't really know what to do. You're sort of stuck between, do I do this or do I do that? And it's like, where do I go? If you set a goal and you know what to do and how to do it, if you don't get it done, then there's no excuses. You've just basically been lazy, and you then have to hold yourself accountable and say, why isn't this goal met yet? Because of you. So nothing else, nothing external, only you. So this now leads in to the fifth point and the final point. Having a goal and setting a goal, it gives you motivation. The root to all motivations is by being inspired. Yeah, motivation is bullshit really because it doesn't last. But by being inspired and disciplined, it sort of creates this form of motivation, right? And when we are motivated, we need to use that because we're not always going to be motivated. Sometimes we are going to have to grit away and do the things we don't want to do when we don't want to do them, you know? And like training a leg day on a Monday evening, like it's the last thing we want to do, but you just got to get it done because it's about being disciplined and staying true to your fitness goals. Setting goals with a solid combination of desire, purpose, hunger, and ambition is the core components of motivation. When you have all the correct components in place, it allows you to become inspired by your goals, leading to the feeling of motivation that drives you to achieve success. You should definitely leverage when you feel motivated because you don't always feel motivated, right? And when you do have a form of motivation in you and you've got that burning desire, you've got that extra energy, you don't need as much sleep because you've got all this energy and all these thoughts and ideas and you've got this work ethic, use it because it's not always there. And when you can use and capitalize on having this motivation, you'll be able to achieve your goals a lot faster because you're putting so much more energy, so much more positive energy and vibrations into your goal. It will manifest a lot quicker. So this is definitely true. It's definitely one of the key points. Motivation itself is almost a lie, but it's more the components that makes it up. So when you've got a desire, the desire is strong enough, like the feeling, the butterfly feeling you get of having that Lamborghini, or that butterfly feeling of you moving away to that city, or buying your mum a house, retiring your parents, earning your first million, whatever your goal is. That desire is so strong. Then you've also got the purpose. What is your purpose? It's to hit your goals. You have a goal, so you have a purpose to retire your family. Then you're going to feel quite fired up from your desire to your purpose to go and do something, right? Which then hunger. You got to be hungry for it. So when you've got hunger as well, and you're willing to, you're waiting to go, you're waiting to get up in the morning and just get to work, and you've got this hunger and you just want to work, and you want to achieve your goals. After having desire, purpose, and hunger locked in place, there's really not a lot that's really going to stop you. So then the cherry on the top is the ambition. The ambition is, how far you're going to go, how much are you dreaming of, how big are your dreams, how big are your ambitions, and really that's down to you. But having these 4 components in place, desire, purpose, hunger, and ambition, will really drive you to hit those successes and achieve your goals. It will accumulate the energy and the feeling of motivation, and when you can use motivation, use it as a driving force towards your goals and getting through the workloads that you probably don't like doing, it's going to feel a lot easier, probably a lot more enjoyable, and you're going to achieve your goals probably a lot sooner than you think. So that's it for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little insight of motivation. I've definitely got a lot more of these small meetings or these small messages that I can put out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this message, and there'll be a lot more for me to come as well. But yeah, if you haven't already, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. As I said, it really helps with the channel to grow and get in front of more people's eyes. But yeah, if you have any comments, please drop one down below, and I'll see you in the next video.